Have you ever found yourself straining when you're trying to use the bathroom but feeling like you're getting absolutely nowhere? Well, if that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about a really common but pretty misunderstood condition called dyssynergic defecation. So, does this ring a bell? You feel like you need to go, you're pushing, you're straining, but it just feels like you're hitting a wall, like you can't quite empty completely. It's incredibly frustrating, and we're going to get to the bottom of one of the main reasons this can happen. For a lot of people dealing with chronic constipation, it isn't just about how often they go. It's that nagging feeling of not being finished. Doctors sometimes call this an outlet obstruction, which is basically just a fancy way of saying there's a blockage right at the exit. And man, that can really mess with your day.
And if this is what you're feeling, I want you to know you are so far from alone. Get this. Some studies show that up to 20% of people in North America deal with chronic constipation. That's a huge number. It's actually one of the top reasons people go see specialists like gastroenterologists.
Okay, so what in the world is actually going on down there? Well, a lot of the time, it's a condition called dyssynergetic defecation. I know, the name sounds super complicated, but the idea behind it is really just about a simple miscommunication in your body, kind of like your signals are getting crossed.
So here's the absolute core of it. For you to have a bowel movement, the muscles in your pelvic floor need to relax to open the way. But in dyssynergic defecation, the exact opposite happens. When you push, those crucial muscles actually tighten up, and just like that, they create their own blockage. I love this analogy because it makes it so clear. Imagine you are trying with all your might to push a door open, but at the very same time, your other hand is pulling that door shut. It doesn't matter how hard you push, right? That door is not budging. That is exactly what's happening with your muscles. It's not about a lack of effort, it's a coordination problem.
This really lays it all out, side by side. So look, on the left, this is what should happen. Your brain sends the go signal, your pelvic floor muscles get the message and relax, and everything passes through nice and easy. But now look at the right. With dyssynergia, the brain still sends that go signal, but the muscles get confused and tighten up, closing the path. The message is sent, but the response is the total opposite of what you need.
So you might be wondering, how can anyone know for sure if this is my issue? Well, the great news is this isn't just guesswork. There's some specific and pretty gentle tests that can actually watch how your muscles are working to get a really clear diagnosis.
The path to getting an answer always starts with a simple conversation. Your doctor's going to want to hear your story, all the details. And from there, if they think it might be a muscle coordination issue, they might suggest some specialized tests to get a real look at what those muscles are doing.
Okay, big word alert. Anorectal manometry. Don't worry, it's not nearly as intimidating as it sounds. It's just a straightforward way for doctors to measure the pressures inside as you squeeze and relax. It gives them a live-action movie, basically, of whether your muscles are playing for the same team or fighting against each other.
And then there's another really common test called the balloon expulsion test. And this one is super practical. It's a simple way to simulate a bowel movement by seeing how long it takes your body to push out a tiny water-filled balloon. This really helps confirm if there's a mechanical problem with getting things out.
And here's the crucial thing to remember. These tests aren't just done for the sake of it. They give your medical team the exact information they need to build a treatment plan that gets right to the root of the problem, that muscle miscommunication.
Okay, now for the most important part. What can we do about it? And the news here is really, really good. Treatment isn't about just trying harder or taking stronger laxatives. It's about retraining your body and getting those signals to finally sync up again.
So effective treatment is really a team approach. It starts with you understanding what's going on, then making some simple changes. Things like improving your posture on the toilet. Seriously, just using a little footstool can make a huge difference. And then there's specialized physical therapy. A key therapy here is called biofeedback. It's a cool technique that actually gives you real-time information about your muscle activity, helping you learn how to consciously relax those pelvic floor muscles when you need to.
I absolutely love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. This whole process isn't about forcing something to happen. It's about gently teaching your brain and your muscles how to talk to each other again and work together in harmony, just like they're supposed to.
So after hearing all of this, you might be wondering, what does the path forward actually look like? Well, it really all begins with one simple but really powerful first step. Okay, let's be crystal clear about this. What you might be experiencing is a real, physical, and measurable condition. It's not imaginary.
It has a name, it can be diagnosed, and most importantly, it can be treated really effectively and usually without any surgery at all.
I really want this to sink in. It is not in your head. Your symptoms are real, they're valid, and as we saw earlier, millions of other people are going through the same thing. Just knowing that and acknowledging the problem is the first real step to solving it.
So what's the single most important step you can take right now to start feeling better? It's starting an open and honest conversation with your doctor. Just bringing them your story and your questions. That's how you start to take back control. Because when it comes to your health, understanding really is power.